I take a lot of pride in being a smart player and knowing where to go with the ball. And
Locke, pass complete. The tight end.
My mind has always been my advantage on the field. I think I've said that before, but yeah, I mean that's kind of just my MO, and that's one thing that I'm extremely prideful about, and I take very seriously each week.
Down in the red zone. Caught and a touchdown.
I mean, I feel very confident, very comfortable with those guys. We have really good players. I mean, I can't wait to be out there with them. And
it was a tough week for Badger fans with their loss to Iowa, taking away their control of their own destiny and losing their star quarterback Tanner Mordecai for probably the rest of the season with a broken hand. The Badgers will now turn to former 4-star recruit and redshirt freshman Braedyn Locke. Locke got some playing time against Iowa where he struggled, but with a week of preparation and the offense being centered around him, he could accomplish something special in a revenge game against Illinois. This is the story of Braedyn Locke, the man Wisconsin fans hope to save their season. But before we get into this, if you enjoy college football content like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I am planning to release multiple videos a week for this season. Also, let me know who you want me to cover in future videos in the comment section below. Braedyn Locke is originally from Rockwall, Texas, and is the older brother of Wisconsin 2025 quarterback commit Braedyn Locke. Braedyn played high school football at Rockwall High School, where he took over the starting quarterback position his sophomore year in 2019. During his first year as a starter, he threw for 4,231 yards, 52 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions, which were video game-esque numbers. He led Rockwall to a 12-3 record and the Texas 6A D1 state semifinals and was named Texas District 11 6A Newcomer of the Year. During the crazy 2020 season, Braedyn threw for 3,236 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, while leading Rockwall to a 10-2 record and the Texas 6A D1 second round. He was named the Texas District 10 6A overall MVP and looked to have a strong senior season. During his senior year, Braedyn was named the Sports Illustrated Freak of the Week, which is a nationwide award given out each week by the publication. He earned this award after breaking former first overall pick Kyler Murray's career touchdown record of 126 when he threw for 282 yards and 5 touchdowns in a 55-14 win over North Garland to win the bi-district championship. During this game, he also became the second all-time leading passer in 6A high school football, passing Ryan Polite. After the game, Braedyn told Sports Illustrated, "It was a pretty cool moment for me and my teammates. I've just been really lucky over the years to be surrounded by such great coaches. They invested so much into me and have truly made me the player I am. I've also been fortunate to play alongside some great receivers. They deserve a lot of the credit too. I'm just the guy throwing them the ball." He had a game where he also threw for 479 yards and 6 touchdowns during the regular season matchup. Locke finished his senior year throwing for 3,657 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions, while leading Rockwall to a 9-3 record. He finished his high school career throwing for 11,182 passing yards, which is the second most in 6A history. His 128 passing touchdowns were the most at the 6A level and second most in state history behind Grant Cannell's 195. He broke Rockwall's high school career and season records for passing attempts, completions, yards, and touchdowns as well. Coming out of high school, according to 24/7 Sports Composite, Braedyn Locke was a 4-star recruit who was the 22nd best quarterback and 383rd best player in the 2022 recruiting cycle. He received over 12 different Division I offers, likes of Kansas, Louisville, Miami, Mississippi State, and North Carolina. He would commit to Mike Leach at Mississippi State in May of 2021 and would never change his commitment. According to the Clarion Ledger, Locke was heavily recruited to Starkville by Mike Leach. He fit the Leach air raid prototypical quarterback perfectly with his high yardage in high school and accuracy as a passer. Braedyn would not see any playing time as a freshman and would redshirt. After the passing of Mike Leach in December, Locke announced he would be entering the transfer portal a month later in January. He wrote on social media, "I want to say thank you to everyone that's made this past year at Mississippi State possible for me. I love my teammates and I'm grateful for my time and experience in Starkville." Locke left a loaded quarterback room with Will Rogers returning for his senior year, along with being backed up by former 4-star quarterback, redshirt sophomore Sawyer Robertson. Once it was announced Phil Longo was going to be the new offensive coordinator at Wisconsin under new head coach Luke Fickell, Locke became the third quarterback to transfer to Madison that offseason. Locke was heavily recruited by Longo, who was mentored by the late Mike Leach, when he was coming out of Rockwell, when Longo was the offensive coordinator at North Carolina. He seemed like the perfect quarterback of the future because he played a similar offense at Rockwell and Mississippi State. During the offseason, many thought Oklahoma transfer Nick Evers would be Tanner Mordecai's backup, but instead Locke's ability to pick up the offense quickly gave him the early advantage. Some even described him as a genius on the football field. During the spring practice, Braedyn told The Athletic, "It's what I do. It's what I think about when I lay my head down at night. It keeps me up. It wakes me up. I'm consistently thinking about it. I'm consistently watching tape. It's not one of those things that I really want to get noticed or tell people about, but I have curiosity. I have a love for the game. I want to learn and I want to be the smartest player. That has always given me my advantage. I'm not the biggest, strongest, fastest guy, so I think I've got to do it with my mind. That's kind of always been my edge. I was very blessed to play for a guy like Coach Leach at Mississippi State and learn from a guy like him. He really taught me a lot about just keeping the game simple and trusting your preparation and being a smart football player and taking care of the ball and things like that." Locke was not expected to see much playing time heading into the 2023 season with Tanner Mordecai around, and up until this past weekend, he really didn't see the field much. He threw one pass against Georgia Southern, but that was it. Mordecai was doing a great job at quarterback, being able to use his athleticism when the pocket broke down and help the offense improve each week. He had the Badgers sitting at 4-1 until a fluke play against Iowa. Mordecai rolled to the right and made a throw downfield while getting chased by an Iowa defender. As he followed through, his hand hit the Iowa's defender's helmet at full force, and Mordecai stayed in the game for one play, a running play, before coming off the field saying he couldn't grip the ball. The young Braedyn Locke was thrown to the Sharks during one of, if not the biggest game of Wisconsin's season. He did his best but struggled with an interception as well as 2 fumbles as Iowa's pass rush was too much. In the Badgers' 15-6 loss to Iowa, Locke finished the game throwing for 122 yards, completing 50% of his passes. Locke lacks the athleticism of Mordecai and Evers and is viewed more as a pocket passer, which is something I fear might hold him back in an RPO-style offense. There were times in the Iowa game when his athleticism hampered him. But that being said, he was thrown into a tough position. The offense is now Locke's, with Mordecai out with a broken hand, probably for the rest of the season. Going to this week's game against Illinois, the game plan will be more focused around Locke's skill set rather than Mordecai's. As Badger Notes wrote earlier this week, executing quick hitters in the passing game and getting Braylon Allen and Jackson Aker involved early will be paramount in helping his team establish any cohesion to build on moving forward. Wisconsin's offensive playmakers have rallied around Braedyn and believe he could lead them to important wins down the stretch this season. They believe he could step up and be a playmaker. Wisconsin has a tough schedule for the remainder of the season with the likes of Ohio State, Nebraska, and Minnesota. If they're able to fix their offensive woes, they still could be alive in the Big Ten West race. But what do you think? Can Braedyn Locke lead Wisconsin to a strong finish the rest of the season? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out one of my other videos YouTube thinks you will love right here. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more college football content. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.